Test, test. Hello and welcome back here on Zaleski Sports for our second game of today's doubleheader between the Green Bay East Red Devils and the Wausau East Lumberjacks. We get ready for this girls basketball non-conference matchup after the Wausau East boys team took the opening game 86-63. We're getting ready for the starting lineups here. Sorry for the abbreviated post-game show. A quick turnaround for us here on the production. Once again, my name is Gunnar Sippert, calling the action here today, along with Dan Lau on the production side. Clock just about to hit 0 as we get ready for the starting lineups. I don't believe we'll do the national anthem again. Looks like both teams are ready for the starting lineups, so we'll get straight into that and then into today's game action. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston and also on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. Coming into this game, the Wausau East Lumberjacks are 0-2 on the young season, and they have yet to play a conference game, so they'll start Wisconsin Valley play coming up very soon. 0-0 in conference, and the Green Bay East Red Devils are 1-1 and 0-1 in Bay Conference play as they fell to Menasha this past week, but do have a non-conference victory on the season. That was over Little Chute of the Northeastern Conference. Lineup first for Wausau East coming out here. Haley Bass, a junior. Sophomore, Lily Hainish. Evelyn Tomey. And number 20, freshman, Malia Puz. And number 50, Catherine Lee, a senior. The lone senior on this team starting lineup, one more listed on the bench for the Lumberjacks. So again, the starting lineup, Bass, Hainish, Tomey, Puz, and Lee. And now for the Green Bay East starting lineup, they start the Chicago Bulls style music. Jemiah Mariner, the top returning player on this Green Bay East team. A senior 5'7" guard. Number 3, Maddie Payant, another senior 5'4". A third senior 5'7", Kiana Brandner. Ariana Ponce, number 45, another senior at 5'4". And finally, Maddie Latour, the 5th senior at 5'10". So all seniors in the starting lineup for Green Bay East, whereas this Wausau East team is pretty young. You got starters in Bass as a junior, Hainish, sophomore, Tomey, junior, Puz, a freshman, and Lee, the lone senior, in the starting lineup. Early on in the season for Wausau East, it's been a struggle to score. They've only been they have fallen to Gillette and Crandon in non-conference play, whereas Green Bay East, it was a bit of a tale of two different games. They won 40-25 before taking a big loss against Menasha. Shot is no good for Tomey, and Mariner got the rebound, but she fell to the floor, and that's going to be a travel. So Wausau East goes for the quick shot there, looking for their first victory on the young season. Last year, Wausau East went 3-22. They were 2-10 in Wisconsin Valley play, finishing 6th out of 7 teams. In the corner, here's Catherine Lee looking for Tomey. Tomey's got the size advantage. She's the tallest player on the court by a couple inches. From the corner, the 3 is too strong from Kiana Brandner, and it's kicked back out. A 3 this time from Oh, pardon me, I was looking at the wrong team. The 3 there, no good, was from Hainish, and the second 3, no good from Bass. And bringing the ball up for Green Bay East's first possession, here's Jemiah Mariner. And the pass is tipped, going back the other way, it's Bass. Bass with the right hand, met by Mariner. Shot no good, Hainish gets the board. Instead of going back up with it, though, she kicks it to Bass. Shot up from Puz, no good. And the rebound goes to the floor. Lee had possession. They will call a jump ball. I thought she had enough of a possession to just keep it with Wausau East on a foul there, but they're going to go to the possession arrow, and it'll go back to the Red Devils. Mariner brings it up the floor. Shot is up, no good from number 45, Ariana Ponce. Three-pointer, no good. Jemiah Mariner last year for the Green Bay East Red Devils averaged 17 points. The second leading scorer returning is Haley Gagnon, but she is injured and not going to be able to play today. Maddie Latour averaged 4 points last year for the Red Devils. Here's the Lumberjacks on offense. Catherine Lee is good from 3. And the first point of the game knocked down by the senior, number 50 for the Lumberjacks. Mariner crosses over, gives it to Ponce in the corner, and the pass is whipped back up to the key and rolls out of bounds from Ponce. Unable to track it down there was Lily Hainish. First sub of the game. Pardon me, I did the exact same thing looking at the wrong lineup. That was not Hainish, that was Brandner. I got to get my number 10s straight. Catherine Lee inbounding, gives it to Tomey. Tomey picks up a dribble, and here is Hainish for the Red Devils. The 3 is up and no good. Board for Brandner. They gave me a little test there, right there. Missed shot by number 10 in black, and the rebound for number 10 in white. Inside, Mariner goes to Latour. Shot fake, kicks it out. Number 3 driving the baseline. Payant, no good. And Tomey with the board. Lee grabs the rebound, and 2 minutes in here, Lee with the only points of the game. She's got a made three-pointer, crossover. Nice handle from Catherine Lee. Gives it up to Tomey. Tomey was the intended recipient of that pass. That was Malia Puz who turned it over as it goes out of bounds. First sub of the game came in for Green Bay East, Maya Collins, a sophomore, only 5'5", so the first non-senior in the game for the Red Devils. 3-0 our early score here as Wausau East on top. They go inside, Latour wide open. She'll take the 2 and bank it in. Maddie Latour breaks the ice for the Red Devils. Pulling up with the full court press here is Maddie Payant. She forces a pass, and here the other way, Hainish gets fouled, and she'll head to the line for 2 shots. First foul of the game. It's going to be on Maya Collins. First team foul for either side. And Liliana Hainish, I believe they announced her as Lily for the starting lineups, will get her first free throw attempts of the day. No good on the first. 3-2 our score. The Catherine Lee with the made basket for the Lumberjacks, a 3 from the corner. And Maddie Latour with the 2-pointer for Green Bay East. No good on both for Hainish. The board for Mariner. Mariner with 17 points a game last year. Nice find to Latour. And in transition, the Red Devils take the lead. 4-3 our score. And back the other way, here comes Bass. Bass dribbles all the way through the Green Bay East defense, stumbles, and it goes out of bounds. She did a nice job of splitting that defense, but thought to pass it when it was too late. She was already losing control. And that'll give Mariner another chance to bring it up. Mariner looked really aggressive in that fast break there, and she had a nice find to Latour on the previous possession. Mariner too short on the 3-point attempt. And you hear head coach for the Red Devils, Dwight Hancock, asking his players to press. Maddie Latour will guard the inbound pass. Tomey with the inbound pass to Bass, and they bring the press. Up ahead, they were looking for Hainish, and the pass was too strong from Bass. Turnover from the Lumberjacks. Mariner to Collins. Nice find from the senior. Collins can't get it to go. And back the other way. Here come the Lumberjacks. Number 5 into the game, a new sub, Elizabeth Dennis. Lost her dribble there. Wausau retains possession, and they draw foul. It's going to be on Maddie Payant, her first and the team's second shooting foul. It'll send Evelyn Tomey to the line. And you can hear the Green Bay East fans trying to psych her out, stomping their feet on the benches, on the bleachers. She gets it to go, the first. So now 1 for 3 on the day. The Lumberjacks, first sub of the game for Wausau East, number 25, Jersey Moen, a sophomore. Tomey banks in the second one. Nice, strong finish there. Hey, if you're going to bank it, you might as well bank it right off the backboard and in. And the 5-4, the lead for the Lumberjacks. Mariner gives it up. Payant trying to get it to the corner, and Payant was Brandner, but the pass is deflected off of Payant's hands and out of bounds. Another turnover for the Red Devils, and we'll have the first timeout of the game called by Coach Dwight Hancock. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back here on Zaleski Sports.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Back here on Zaleski Sports from Green Bay East High School, the second game of our doubleheader. And the visiting Wausau East Lumberjacks leading 5-4 in this girls basketball matchup after Wausau East took the first game, 86-63 in the boys matchup. And the inbound from Tomey to Bass, and Bass will bring it across half court. She's met by a full court press. She gives it up off the bench. Elizabeth Dennis to Lee. Lee with the only field goal of the game for the Lumberjacks. She hit a 3 earlier. Driving is Dennis, kicks it out to Lee. We'll see another attempt for Lee. No good, a little too strong. The board for Moen. Moen too strong on the putback. Tomey grabbed the board, and she was fouled as she was coming down. She tried to put up a shot, but I believe that will be on the floor, and I'll be mistaken yet again. Foul is going to be on Maddie Latour, her first, the third team foul for the Red Devils. Tomey was 2 for 2 from the line earlier, makes her third in a row to make it a 6-4 game. Catherine Lee subs out, and Malia Puz back in, the freshman. Green Bay East last year going 3-21. They were 1-12 in Bay Conference play. They finished in 7th in Bay Conference play, although that was technically 7th out of 8th, as Green Bay West's team had to stop at mid-year due to a lack of players. This year, Green Bay West is not even suiting up a varsity team, just a JV team for the Wildcats in the Bay Conference. So the Bay Conference, just like the Wisconsin Valley, is a 7-team league. The second free throw missed by Tomey, but the rebound goes off of a Green Bay East player and out of bounds. The inbound for Wausau here to Moen. Moen dribbling over with her left, switches back to the right. Going into the lane. I don't think she knew where she was when she pulled up for that shot attempt, kind of behind the backboard, and it's no good. Here come the Red Devils. Red Devils with already one win on the season. That was over Little Chute by a score of 40-25. That shot gets blocked. Collins blocked by Bass. 6-4 our score. Wausau on top. That'll be a 2-pointer, I believe. Dennis no good. Although actually the referee had a 3-point finger up, 3 points up. Tomey gets the offensive board and a jump ball called. Evelyn Tomey with that good size inside, able to make a defense on the glass. Today's game brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Inbound pass is out of bounds and not deflected by the Red Devils, so it'll be their ball. Lily Hainish subs back in for Moen. A pretty thin bench for the Green Bay East Red Devils. I think they have at least 3 injured players. Coach Hancock was telling me which players would not be available for today's game. Here's Collins on the baseline. Too short. Nice contest by Tomey. and it's going to be off of Brandner and out of bounds. And I see only 3 players suited up on the bench. 2 starters, Maddie Latour and Ariana Ponce on the bench, and then 1 player we've yet to see in Jada Nelson. So it'll be only 8 players for the Red Devils today. Up top, Elizabeth Dennis for the Lumberjacks. She gets by a defender, guarded by Mariner, though. Straight up defense. And Hainish swings it around to Puz. Here's the freshman driving, and Mariner got a hand in and knocked it into Puz's leg, so it'll be a turnover. Nice defense there from Jemiah Mariner. 6-4 our score. The Lumberjacks on top as we just hit the 5 minutes played mark. Just under 13 here. The pass by Payant is stolen. Back the other way. She's guarded by Brandner. Can't get the shot to go. Falling to the floor with the rebound was Wausau East's Elizabeth Dennis, and she heads out of bounds before a jump ball could be called. So both teams struggling to find their footing here on offense. For Green Bay East, their 2 baskets were by Maddie Latour. She's on the bench right now with just the 1 foul. I don't think foul trouble is the primary reason she's on the bench right now, just getting her a rest. And she checks back in just as I say that. Jemiah Mariner draws a foul, and that'll be the first of the day for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Haley Bass, her first foul. As Latour comes back in, and Kylie Rodriguez heads off, a sophomore for the Green Bay East Red Devils. I don't believe I called her name when she came in. That's my mistake. Mariner gets a wide open 3 from the inbound pass. Brandner the assist. Mariner the 3 and the lead to the Red Devils. And a full court press back on here for the Red Devils. And a little bit more lax as they get across half court. Elizabeth Dennis with a pretty long stint in the game coming off the bench here. Hainish gives it to Puz in the corner. Tomey calling for the ball in the post. They give it to her. She's got Latour on her. Kicks it outside to Puz. Malia Puz drives in. The shot on the run. No good. Tomey with the putback. Too short. I think Tomey just needed to come down with that a little bit more. Gather herself. She had a nice opportunity on the putback there. But just a little bit short, and it goes out of bounds. And the final player that was on the bench that we haven't seen yet for Green Bay East, Jada Nelson, a sophomore, subs in. So, yeah, this team for the Red Devils, including the injured players, entirely sophomores and seniors. Kind of interesting. Mariner called for a carry as she was looking to blow by a defender there. And a new player in for the Lumberjacks, Elena Bacon. She's the inbounder here, a sophomore. Payant will pick up Bass, and Bass will just give it right back to Bacon. Smart move there. Why waste the energy dribbling by when her teammate was wide open? And here's Bass again, guarded by Payant. Dennis, guarded by Mariner. The man defense for the Red Devils. Driving in, kicking it out. Nice look there from Bass to Dennis. Dennis too strong on the 2-pointer. Bass looking for some help. Bacon gives it to her. Hainish for 3. It's good. Liliana Hainish, her first basket of the day. And that'll tie her for the team lead in points. Catherine Lee with a 3-pointer as well, and Evelyn Tomey with 3 free throws. Nice pass breakup there from Bass, but the Red Devils maintain possession. Skip pass stolen by Dennis. Dennis almost stepping out of bounds, manages to keep her feet in. Hainish for 2. Long 2 rims out, and here's Mariner. This is where Mariner looked the most comfortable earlier in transition. She'll drive. Euro step in, and 1, Jemiah Mariner. And that'll put her at 5 on the day. She's the leading scorer in this matchup, and she'll have a free throw attempt here. Trying to make it a 3-point play. And as Coach Dan Garrett was saying in the post-game interview for the boys' game, these are the kind of games you need to get ready for as the playoffs arrive. You're going to be playing at 2 o'clock on a Saturday. It might not be as many fans as there would be for a night game. Mariner completes the 3-point play, and a more quiet gym or more empty gym, it'll provide you, a different sort of test. As a timeout is called by head coach of the Lumberjacks, Jennifer Stout. Wait to see if it's a 30-second timeout or a full. It is a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break here on Zaleski Sports. The Green Bay East Red Devils leading 10-9 over the Wausau East Lumberjacks.
This holiday season, Abbey Bank is giving back to our communities in 2 special ways. Abbey Bank will match up to $7,250 in donations to support local food pantries. Our Holiday Wishes tree is ready at many locations, and Abbotsford is hosting a toy drive for the school district. Visit abbeybank.com/holiday-programs to make your impact today.
For those about to shop, we salute you. We want you to let loose and choose a deal that best suits you, cause we're thunderstorm.
Mittens has gotten down and dirty with deals on furniture, done dirt cheap.
Mittens in Marshfield is
Back in black!
all month long for Black November.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Off the timeout from head coach Jennifer Stout of Wausau East. Her team down 9-10 here. And Green Bay East leading off the three-point play from Jemiah Mariner. She's got 6 for the Red Devils. And bringing it up the floor, Haley Bass, a junior, for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. She's got 1 foul here so far. Not too many fouls in the game. The Red Devils with 3 as a team, and the Lumberjacks with 2. Here's the shot by Bass. 2-pointer, too strong, off the backboard, and the rebound to Jada Nelson from the bench. She looked back for her point guard Mariner. It's turned over. Lee driving with the right, stops, looking for the contact, and the shot ends up being too short. Back the other way comes Jemiah Mariner as we hit 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. 10-9, Green Bay East on top. Here's Payant. Payant drives back to Mariner. Mariner takes the 3. She's got 1 today. Make that 2. Jemiah Mariner with 9 points on the day. 13-9 our score, as Jemiah Mariner has matched the total for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Puz driving, met by Ponce, and Ponce rips it away from her. She's got the steal. The Lumberjacks had a chance there in transition, but it just turned over too easily by Malia Puz. Ponce whips the pass over to Payant. That one-handed bounce pass we saw from the Green Bay East boys team as well. Ponce gives it up to Mariner. Mariner, the hot hand. She's got the last 6 points in the ball game. Payant drives back out to Mariner. Mariner thinks about the 3, takes a long 2 off the back iron, and a board for Puz. Back down the floor come the Lumberjacks. Catherine Lee finds Tomey wide open. Tomey takes a dribble. She didn't even need to, but that gets her in rhythm, and she knocks it down for her first field goal of the game. She was wide open. Could have just turned and gone straight up with it, but I understand wanting to get that rhythm dribble in. She probably figured a defender was there. Payant for 3, no good. 13-11 our score. The offensive rebound for Brandner, and she draws a foul. I believe that'll be the first foul on Catherine Lee. That'll be on the floor. Yep, first foul for Catherine Lee. Sorry about that. Third on the Lumberjacks. Brandner will be the inbounder. Collins, Latour, Mariner, and Payant set up in a box. Mariner moves over to the left wing while Latour tried to post up. Mariner over to Payant, drives, backs out. See what the Green Bay East offense draws up here. Brandner wide open for 3. Good-looking shot. It goes. Kiana Brandner with the third three-pointer of the game for the Red Devils. Her first basket. The 5'7" senior knocks it down. Catherine Lee with the drive with her team down 5. Jersey Moen fumbles the pass there, regains control. She drives at the left, crosses to the right, and Maya Collins breaks up her dribble to the floor. Hainish gets a pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stick with the Lumberjacks here. Subbing in for the Red Devils here, number 45, Ariana Ponce. Maya Collins will head off. No foul trouble to speak of for any players. 3 fouls for each team, 1 each for the Red Devils players. It's Collins, Payant, and Latour. Catherine Lee driving, kicks it. Moen, shot fake, Back to Lee. Lee with the 1 3-pointer for the Lumberjacks today. Gives it to Tomey. Tomey whips it over. Nice find. Moen fills the corner, but a travel called before she can get the shot off. I was wondering who Tomey was whipping it over there, but a really nice lead pass for Moen. It was a shame the shot couldn't get off. Mariner bringing it up. She's got 9 to lead all scorers. Looking back to her coach, Dwight Hancock, for a little bit of advice. Gets a screen from Latour. Mariner open 2. No good off the right side of the rim. And the board for Tomey. Catherine Lee functioning as the point guard here for the Lumberjacks with Bass on the bench. And another travel on Jersey Moen. She liked what she saw with the dribble drive there, but had committed to the shot a little bit too much. And Haley Bass will come back in as Moen heads to the bench. See if Lee keeps bringing the ball up or Bass. Lee definitely a taller player, but I think she's got just as good of a handle on the ball as Bass does, if not better. Mariner over to Ponce, too high for her, but Brandner recovers. Inside they go to Latour. Latour, the shot off the back iron, rims out. Latour gets her own board, chasing it down. Mariner attacks the lane. Nice pass from Latour, and Mariner draws the foul. Mariner 1 for 1 at the line so far as a team. Green Bay East just that one attempt. From the line, the Lumberjacks are 3 for 6. All 3 makes by Evelyn Tomey. She's 3 for 4. Lily Hainish went 0 for 2 in her lone trip to the line. Mariner makes the first as she stretches her total on the day to 10 points. First player to reach double figures for the Red Devils. Puz subs out for Elizabeth Dennis, and we sort of got a feel for the rotation for both teams. Green Bay East is going to play all 8 of their available players, whereas we've seen subs Moen and Bacon and Dennis for the Lumberjacks, so that's 3 bench players as well. So 8 on 8 so far here in terms of depth. Elizabeth Dennis behind the back, nice dribble. Ooh, lost the handle. Hainish looking to help her out, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lumberjacks. So after Mariner made that second free throw, she's now at 11 on the day, again matching the total of the Wausau East team. 18-11. Latour open in the middle. Looks like a 2-3 zone here for the Wausau East team. Mariner open. She'll take the shot from the elbow. Mariner no good. And out of bounds. It'll stay with the Red Devils as it goes off of Elizabeth Dennis. Brandner, the inbounder, looking for the call from the sideline. Actually, it'll be Mariner to inbound. And I don't think Green Bay East is... Oh, no, they do run the play. They get the screen for Brandner. It didn't look like they were ready for what they called. Pass inside to Latour. Latour swatted away by Tomey. That was an emphatic block. It goes right to Mariner, though, and she'll draw a blocking call. Non-shooting foul, so... Yeah, a little bit of confusion. That was on Latour. Okay, so that's a foul on Green Bay East. My mistake. And Latour with 3 fouls. You got to imagine next... Oh, no, pardon me. They flipped it. It says they got the wrong player for the foul. As Green Bay East does retain possession, I was right. So it was a blocking foul. I didn't see the player that Mariner got blocked by, but Latour only with 2 fouls. Or actually, only with 1. I don't know why they had her with 3. No, it was Catherine Lee. She headed to the bench. That's why I was so confused. Number 50, she's got 3 fouls for Wausau East. The pass by Ponce over to Mariner, picked off by Puz. Here's Bass, kicks it back out to Puz, and Dennis. Dennis, a deep 3. No good, and the rebound goes to Latour. Latour with just the 1 foul, gives it up to Mariner. Mariner with no numbers, pulls back, gives to Ponce, dribble drive. The corner for Brandner. She made a 3 earlier, this one too strong. And the board for Dennis. Dennis up ahead. Bass has got Hainish with her. The pass out of Hainish's reach. Puz gives it to Tomey. Tomey might have been a walk there, but it's tipped. So they give her the extra step. She was not able to get the shot to go, though, as Tomey is by far the tallest player on the court. She's probably got 3 inches on Maddie Latour. Don't have listed heights for the Lumberjacks. Here's Payant for three. No good off the left side of the rim. And the board for Brandner. And a foul called. It'll be on Puz. Puz's second foul. The team's sixth. So the next foul against the next foul called on the Lumberjacks will send Green Bay East to the line, so long as it's a defensive foul. They get it into Nelson. Nelson drives, kicks it to the corner, and Brandner will relocate to set up the offense. Corner three, Jemiah Mariner. It's good. Her third of the day. Mariner, they got to not leave her open from downtown as the senior leader, Jemiah Mariner, forces a timeout called by Jennifer Stout. And Jennifer Stout coming out to meet her players, Elizabeth Dennis and Lily Hainish. And it's a full timeout, so we will take a quick 30-second break here on Zaleski Sports.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, leading 21-11, the Green Bay East Red Devils over the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Today's game brought to you by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Today's game brought to you by Camping World. Find a great selection of RVs at Camping World in Rothschild. Find a great variety of brands and sizes to fit your needs. Take your RV to the next level with Camping World in Rothschild. Find more online at campingworld.com. And finally, today's game is brought to you by Backus Family Chiropractic. Backus Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personalized chiropractic care no matter what issue your body is battling. From migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues, let Backus Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. Inbound coming here for the Lumberjacks after that second timeout was called by head coach Jennifer Stout. Her second full timeout, so I believe she only has the 30-second timeouts remaining. Dennis looking inside, gave it up to Puz instead, but the pass is picked off by Mariner. Mariner through the contact, no good. She'll head to the line for 2 free throw attempts. Fouls on Hainish, her first, and the team's 7th. That was a shooting foul, though, so this will be 2 shots for Mariner. Had it just been on the ground, it would have been a 1-and-1. Mariner misses the first. First free throw that Mariner has missed today. And you're seeing for Coach Dwight Hancock how valuable having a star like Mariner is on this team so far on the day. She's got 14 of the 21 points for Green Bay East, and having a guard who's just able to handle the ball like she is really an advantage for this Red Devils team. 22-11 our score after Mariner goes 1 for 2 from the line. She's 4 for 5 on the day. And she makes another steal there. The telegraph pass from Bass to Puz is picked off. Jemiah Mariner with another 2-point basket. She's up to 16 on the day. And now Catherine Lee back into the game for the Lumberjacks. She's got 3 fouls. Gives up to Bass. Bass looking down low. Post-to-post pass. Picked off by Tomey. Or picked off on the attempt to Tomey. Mariner gets fouled. And that will send her to the line for a 1-and-1. Jersey Moen back into the game. And the foul is on Haley Bass, her second. Team is 8th of the half. So we got 4:16 remaining, and we could see quite a few Red Devil free throws. 1-and-1 here. Mariners got to hit the first to get a second. She does just that. Wausau East players were heading back. I think they must have remembered the 3-point play from earlier, and they were playing that as a live ball. Second free throw attempt from Mariner is good. She's 6 for 7 at the line. And that's a great asset for this Red Devil team as well. If she's if she continues to initiate contact like she has been, she can just get to the line where she's been great all day. Bass gives it up to Hainish. Wausau East on a bit of a scoring drought as the lead has been stretched to 15 for the Red Devils. Going inside to Tomey. Tomey trying to force a pass to Puz. It's stolen by Mariner again. This time Mariner with the left hand. She's got Puz on her back, and they're going to call a foul, sending Jemiah to the line yet again. Puz's third foul, so now Puz and Lee both have 3 for the Lumberjacks. 2 shots again here for Jemiah Mariner. Running out of space here on the program for her free throw attempts as well as her 3-pointers. She makes that one. Now 7 for 8. Catherine Lee comes back in for Puz, so you almost wonder if they're going to just interchange those 2 players, each with 3 fouls. Mariner can't make the second, but an offensive rebound for Brandner. Kicks it out to Mariner. And now Green Bay East gets a second chance. To the corner for Brandner. Not ready for the 3. Takes a long 2. Too strong. And down to the floor we go. It'll be a jump ball possession arrow towards the Green Bay East Red Devils. They'll maintain possession. Oh, no, they flipped the possession arrow before I was looking, just like they did in the boys' game. I got to stop looking at the scoreboard and start looking at the scorer's table. Bass drives, kicks it out to Hainish. Hainish, a deep 3. It's good to break the scoring drought for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. That's her second 3 of the day. And she leads. She's tied for the lead in scoring for the Lumberjacks. Mariner gives it up to Brandner. Mariner gives to Collins. Collins back in the game. She's got 1 foul. We've seen her come in off the bench a couple of times. Steal attempt by Bass there on the pass to Mariner. But they're going to call a foul on Haley Bass, and now she's got 3. And that's the 10th against the Lumberjacks, so double bonus. Although it was a non-shooting foul, Mariner gets 2 free throw attempts here. And if there's someone you don't want to foul, it's the shooter who's 8 for 10 or 7 for 9 at the line. Makes the first. So now 8 for 10 at the line to go along with 3 3-pointers and 2 2-pointers. Quick math in my head, that's 21 points. Make it 22. Jemiah Mariner puts her team up 29-14 here late in the first half. 3 minutes remaining as a couple of Green Bay East subs check in. Here's Catherine Lee on the drive. Lost the dribble as she fell, and it will go off of her leg out of bounds. It was not touched by Latour. Jada Nelson and Kylie Rodriguez, 2 sophomores, back in for the Green Bay East Red Devils. So, yeah, of the 8 players that Green Bay East has available, the 5 starters were all seniors, and then they've got 3 sophomores coming off the bench. Nelson drives to the top of the key, turns around. She's going to give it up to Brandner. Bass trying to jump that pass again. Brandner knocks down the 3. Her second of the game, and she's got 6. Brandner with 6, Latour with 4, and Jemiah Mariner with 22, comprising the 32 for the Red Devils. They're up by 18. A steal here for Brandner. Falling before she traveled, she gave it up to Collins. Collins shot no good, and rebound going out of bounds, saved by Nelson. Nelson pass tipped, and it'll be a foul against Rodriguez here. Bass got the steal that time as she's been aggressively trying to jump those passes. Or pardon me, it's on Nelson. Her first, and just the 4th for the Red Devils. They've played a clean game so far. Elizabeth Dennis in, gives it up to Catherine Lee. And Lee will bring it up. Looking inside for Tomey, but telegraphed it. A nice tip from Brandner, and another steal for Green Bay East. And that'll be a blocking foul against Catherine Lee. She got in the way of Nelson, and that'll be her 4th. 4 fouls in the first half for Catherine Lee, so she'll have to head to the bench here, and we won't see her until the second half, I imagine. Nelson will have 2 free throws here, again in the double bonus. Nelson with the Green Bay East logo socks. First one is good for Jada Nelson, her first point of the ball game. And that makes 4 different scorers for the Green Bay East Red Devils, as Nelson joins Mariner, Brandner, and Latour. Gets the second one to go as well. 2 for 2 at the line. First free throw shooter for the Red Devils, not named Jemiah Mariner. And she does her teammate proud. Shot from Dennis. Bank, no good. Nelson with the board, comes down with it, gives it up to her point guard. Jemiah Mariner bringing it up. She's got 22 in the game. Nelson open for 3, no good. Rims in and out. Jersey Moen with the rebound. And now Elizabeth Dennis, the sophomore off the bench. She's provided some nice defense here tonight. Here's a nice shot created. Shot too strong though. Goes straight to a teammate. The rebound grab by Elena Bacon, and she is fouled. It's on Kylie Rodriguez, her first. So 5 fouls for the Red Devils, but they've managed to not have one player pick up multiple. 5 different players, each with a foul apiece. Pass whipped across to Bacon. Nice job by Kiana Brandner to break it up, and I think Kiana had a bloody nose. She's got something stuffed inside her left nostril here. Playing through the pain, and that'll be into the backcourt, but allowed on an inbound. It's not a backcourt violation. Jersey Moen turned over. It's Nelson. Nelson almost lost her dribble to Dennis. Nelson pulls up for 3. No good. Nice offensive rebound, and who else but Mariner backs out. 2-point shot, no good. And back the other way come the Red Devils. Come back the other way, the Lumberjacks. Here's Hainish for 3. She's got 2 on the day. That one was right on, just short. And we're under a minute to go here in the first half. Today's game brought to you by Merrill Steel. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. Also brought to you by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Learn more at nicolaybank.com. 40 seconds to go. Here is Ponce in the corner with her team up 20. Pass is deflected, and it'll stay here. Subbing back in, Malia Puz with 3 fouls. Catherine Lee has 4 for Wausau East. So some of the more skilled players for Wausau East in foul trouble here. Maya Collins gives it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez kicks. Brandner for 3 again. This one no good. And back the other way, a fortunate rebound for Hainish. Hainish through the contact and in. She had a defender on her back. I don't know how much contact was made, but enough to adjust her body, and she makes the shot in midair. 34-16 our score. Rodriguez gets it stripped. 5 seconds away from half. Dennis has to have awareness here. Gives it up. Bacon takes the 2, no good. And the rebound, as the buzzer sounds, goes to Collins. So a 2-pointer cuts the lead down to 18. Wausau East gets the last basket of the half off the make from Hainish there. And we head to a halftime break with a score of 16-34. We'll be back after a couple of minutes to recap the first half and get you ready for the second half here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. At the half, the lead for the Green Bay East Red Devils, 34-16 over the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Trying to make it a split on the day for the Green Bay East Red Devils basketball programs. Earlier on, we saw the boys teams play, and Wausau East got the win in that one by 23, 86-63. A valiant effort put up by the Green Bay East squad, and they had an early lead when the score was in single digits, but Wausau East pulled away to get a 14-point lead at half and eventually pulled away even more in the second half. In the girls' game here, though, it's been the Jemiah Mariner show, getting her team out to an 18-point lead, and she leads all scorers at the half. She's got 3 3-pointers, 2 2-point field goals, and has gone, if I can count correctly, 9 for 11 at the line, adding up to 22 points at the half. Also contributing on the score sheet for the Green Bay East Red Devils, Kiana Brandner with 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Maddie Latour with 4 points on a couple of baskets. And Jada Nelson went 2 for 2 at the free throw line. She's got 2 on the day. Meanwhile, for the Wausau East Lumberjacks, leading scorer Liliana Hainish with 2 3-pointers and that basket towards the end of the half, so she's got 8 on the day. Evelyn Tomey 3 for 4 from the line to go along with a field goal, making her, she's got 5 on the day. And Catherine Lee with a 3-pointer, comprising the remainder of the Wausau East scoring. So far on the season, Wausau East 0-2, no conference games yet. They lost a game at Gillette on Tuesday, November 26th, before losing this past Monday at Crandon, so playing a couple of teams way up north. Today's game at Green Bay East, the third of 6 in a row on the road to start the season. Wausau East will travel to DC Everest on Tuesday to begin Wisconsin Valley play before going to Merrill next Friday and Marshfield the Friday after that. And then finally, they get to have their first home game when we get to the new year. It'll be January 7th against Wisconsin Rapids, and they'll have a stretch of 8 games in a row at home at Wausau East High School. So funny how the schedule just works out sometimes. They'll have 8 games in a row, almost all of them in conference, to start the new year. Playing Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau West, Marathon in a non-conference matchup, Stevens Point, Antigo in another non-conference matchup, DC Everest, Merrill, and Marshfield, before finishing the game with 4 of their final 5 on the road. So quite the schedule for Coach Jennifer Stout's team as they're looking to pick up their first win of the season here, down 18 at the half. Meanwhile, for the Green Bay East Red Devils, they got a win on the road at Little Chute last Tuesday on the first day of the girls basketball season, before losing at Menasha last night, or losing at home against Menasha last night by a mark of 24-73. They lead by 18 today, and upcoming games for the Red Devils are all at home. Next Tuesday against Green Bay Southwest of the Fox River Classic Conference, before hosting West De Pere next Friday in a Bay Conference showdown. I believe that West De Pere, one of the top teams, in fact, the favorite to win this conference this season. They were 19-7 last year, 10-2 overall, so that'll be quite the challenge for Coach Dwight Hancock's team. They fell to Menasha last night. Menasha, a good team as well. They're predicted to finish third in the Bay Conference by WISports.net's Norbert Durst. Second, Xavier. Green Bay East predicted to finish 7th out of 7, but we'll be looking to prove the preseason predictions wrong. They were 3-21 last year. They've already got 1 win this year, and they look like they're well on their way to a second. Wausau East predicted to finish 7th out of 7 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference by Norbert Durst of WISports.net. And Wausau East, one of their top returning players was supposed to be Talia Schlindwein, according to Durst, but she's not listed on the roster here, so perhaps an injury that took her out of this season, also perhaps related to Teddy Schlindwein of the boys team. She averaged 5 points per game last year, and nobody else returning to this team had any sort of significant scoring points per game totals last year for the Lumberjacks. Meanwhile, for Green Bay East, they've got Jemiah Mariner back with 17 points, Maddie Latour with 4 last year, Kiana Brandner with 3. Latour right at her average of 4 points from last year at the half. Brandner already ahead of her average from last year. She's got 6. And Haley Gagnon, a 5'6" senior, currently injured. She comes back from last year's team in which she averaged 6 points per game. So clearly more returning experience for the Green Bay East team here today, and it showed here early in the season. They're up 34-16 at the half. We've hit about 2.5 minutes remaining in the halftime break. We'll send it to another quick break here in a second before coming back to preview the second half. But first, today's game is presented by Great Lakes Cheese. Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. And we're going to take that aforementioned break and be back on Zaleski Sports after these commercials.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Axis. Oh, okay. Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Just at about 30 seconds remaining in the halftime break. Getting ready for the final half of today's doubleheader. Earlier on, the Wausau East boys got the win. Here, the Green Bay East girls are ahead by 18, 34-16. Our halftime score, Jemiah Mariner with 22 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Kiana Brandner with a couple of threes. Maddie Latour with a couple of baskets inside. They've got 6 and 4 points respectively. Jada Nelson with a couple of free throws, so she's got 2. For the Wausau East team, they got 16 points, 8 of those by Lily Hainish, 5 by Evelyn Tomey, and 3 by Catherine Lee. It'll be Green Bay East ball to start. Same starting lineup in the second half for the Red Devils. Mariner, along with Payant, Brandner, Ponce, and Latour. And looking like the same starting lineup for the Lumberjacks as well. Bass, Hainish, Tomey, Puz, and Lee. Lee with 4 fouls. They're going to play a 2-3 zone here. Tomey swats the ball out of bounds. Looking to deny the pass. Probably could have just grabbed that and stolen it, but she was going to take the sure thing there. Quick sub here. Maya Collins in for Brandner. Or no, in for Ponce. Brandner will stay in the ball game. against the 2-3 zone. See what Jemiah Mariner leads for the offense here. She cuts towards the hoop after she gives it up to Brandner in the corner. Collins, they swing it around all the way back to Mariner. Payant looking inside. Latour able to get a piece of the pass, but it's deflected. And a double dribble called against Brandner. So turnover on the first possession for the Red Devils. That's a pretty good outcome for head coach Jennifer Stout of Wausau East. They're going to need that to cut into this lead. Catherine Lee looking inside. Nice crisp pass. Tomey with the hook shot. No good. Mariner with the board, and that's going to be over the back, and it's going to be on Lee. I think she fouled out there. So you got to be a little bit more judicious when you're going to make that kind of play, and you got 4 fouls. That is, in fact, the 5th on Catherine Lee. So her day ends with she hit the three-pointer to open the game, and that'll be her lone made shot of the day. She finishes the day with 3 points and 5 fouls. Mariner gets the ball from Collins from the corner. Skip pass over to Brandner. She dribbles into the corner just along the sideline. They go inside to Latour. Again, it's deflected. Nice job by Tomey. Long two, no good from Brandner, and Tomey gets the rebound. Tomey, with all that length on her wingspan, provides a really nice anchor for that 2-3 defense. Collins' pass tipped by Bass, goes right to Mariner off the tip, crosses back over, and Jemiah Mariner with her first points of the second half. She opens the second half scoring and puts her team up by 20. Man defense for the Red Devils, tipped by Mariner. Payant with the pass to Jemiah. Jemiah up she goes, and another 2-point basket as she's hit 26 on the day. Or she's at 26 points on the day. Mariner checks Bass as she comes across half court. See what Wausau East looks to get going in the second half here coming out of the timeout. They look to Evelyn Tomey on their first possession. A nice pass into the post from Catherine Lee, but she's on the bench now with 5 fouls. Puz kicks it out, gives it to Dennis. Dennis over to Tomey, wide open. Evelyn Tomey finishes. She's got 7 for the Lumberjacks and their first basket of the half. Mariner brings it across half court. Latour is going to kick out from the post, set a screen. She'll roll, and Mariner decides to swing it over to Brandner instead. Latour looking for the pass at the elbow, and Brandner gives it to her. Somehow that got through. Looked like Bass had a good chance at it. Latour loses control of it, and it goes out of bounds. I think she was caught between deciding to dribble and pass there. And another turnover forced by the Lumberjacks defense. Dennis driving, met by Mariner. Kicks it back out. Here's Puz. Puz with the left hand. The freshman does not get the pass off in time before she travels. Kylie Rodriguez is about to sub back in for Coach Dwight Hancock's team. Mariner brings it across half court, gives it up for Brandner. Wonder how Mariner will attack this second half with a 20-point lead. Maybe looking to set up her teammates a little bit more, but she'll take an open shot if she's given it. Pass to the corner and Collins. Collins to Rodriguez. Rodriguez from the elbow, a little short. And the board for Dennis. Dennis behind the back, bringing the ball up the court. She's got a bit of a loose handle there, but flashy with it. And it's going to be off of Bass, or off of Hainish and out of bounds. Mariner to bring the ball up against the 2-3 zone. It's Hainish and Bass at the top. On the wings, it's Puz and Dennis and Tomey in the middle. They've had trouble getting the ball inside to Latour. She's on the bench right now, with Rodriguez taking her spot in the middle of the offense. Here's Payant driving, looking for Rodriguez. The bounce pass a little too late, and it's stolen by Wausau East, and a foul called against the Red Devils. It's going to be on Payant, her second, first of the half for Green Bay. Latour back into the game. So the two tallest players for Green Bay East now in at the same time, and Rodriguez and Latour. I don't know if we've seen them on the floor at the same time so far this game. Haynes driving left, kicks it out. Dennis for 3 from deep. And a nice offensive rebound for Bass. Natalie Bass with the shot. Haley Bass with the shot. No good, off of Wausau East and out of bounds. That happened earlier in the boys' game. We need someone to inbound the ball, as Mariner was the only one back for East initially. Collins with the hustle to help out her teammate. She drives, Mariner drives, pulls up from 2, and a nice looking jump shot there. So in the second half so far for Mariner, it's been all 2-pointers as she stretches her scoring total to 28 on the day. Looking inside, Tomey to Dennis. Dennis, no good, and the board for Collins. Nice pass for Tomey as she found her teammate down on the right block. Collins in the left corner. Gives it up, and the pass inside goes to Rodriguez, but it's tipped and stolen by Haley Bass. Bass up the sideline with her right hand. And looking for Tomey, it's deflected and stolen by Latour. Mariner up ahead. Collins without a dribble. No good on the layup, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow goes to Wausau East. Nice catch and layup attempt in transition there for Collins as one of the lights goes out in the gym, and we see the athletic director of Green Bay East going to fix that. Luckily not on the court, just on the end of the floor where Wausau East is on offense, past the end of the floor. And a timeout called by head coach Jennifer Stout, another full timeout. That's her third timeout call to the game. And with that minute-long timeout, we'll take a quick break here on Zaleski Sports with Green Bay East up 40-18.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Just under 13 minutes to go in the second game of our doubleheader here today. Wausau East trailing 18-40 against the Green Bay East Red Devils in this non-conference matchup. Jennifer Stout using the timeout before the break there. Elizabeth Dennis loses the handle. Nice steal by Payant, gives it up to Mariner. Mariner looking to attack in transition. Here's Collins. She takes a dribble this time, gets it up, and scores. Maya Collins, her first basket and points of the game. Again, another nice outlet pass from Mariner. Last time Collins took it in stride with no dribble. This time she uses a dribble, lets a defender blow right by her, and gets her first points of the game. That's the fifth different scorer for the Red Devils. And so far, Wausau East only with 3 different scorers. And one of them is on the bench. Catherine Lee fouled out of this game early in the second half. Nice aggressive defense by Mariner. She somehow comes up with the ball, gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez knocks it down. And you just knew she was going to make that shot after the extra effort from Mariner to grab the assist there, or to grab the steal and the assist. Rodriguez makes it 6 different scorers for the Red Devils in this one. And that's out of 8 total players, so we'll see if they can get the last couple of scoreless teammates a bucket on the day. Foul call that's going to be on Payant, her third. And coming back in, Kiana Brandner for Maddie Latour. Elena Bacon in for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. She'll be the inbounder here on the side. Coming towards the ball is Bass. Give it to her. Payant guarding Bass in the corner. Off of Bacon's foot. Tough play for Elena there. It leads to a jump ball between Hainish and Collins. And that'll be Green Bay East ball. 44-18 our score. The Red Devils on top. So far here in the second half, not very many fouls. The Red Devils with 2. Lumberjacks with just 1. Mariner to the corner. Here's Payant. Bounce pass up to Brandner. Inside Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles, kicks it to Payant. Payant long 2. It's no good. Board for Mariner. She keeps the possession alive. Brandner just beyond the free throw line. No good. And a board for Bacon. Bacon back the other way, looking to dribble with the right. Has to give it up to Bass. Or to Hainish. Back outside to Bacon. Bacon for 3. In and out. Tough luck there for Elena, the sophomore, number 1. Mariner gives it over to Payant. And into the corner. Collins open for 3. Too strong. Just off the right side of the iron. And Tomey with the board. And Tomey will be asked to bring it up by her teammate Bass. We have not seen Tomey run the point here today. Over to Puz. Hainish looking inside for Tomey, back in her normal position. Tomey underneath the basket, takes a shot with her back to the basket, and eventually is fouled by Mariner. Mariner's first foul. And Evelyn Tomey will have 2 shots here. She was 3 for 4 from the line in the first half. Can't get the first one to go, so she's missed her last 2 as she made her first 3. All 3 subs coming in there for Green Bay East. Collins, Payant, and Brandner head off. Ponce, Nelson, and Latour back in. Bacon heads off, and Jersey Moen back for the Lumberjacks. Evelyn Tomey, no good on the second. And the board for Rodriguez. Mariner up the floor. She gives it to Ponce. Ponce looking to go inside. The shot no good, but she'll draw a foul and head to the line. Evelyn Tomey was straight up with the defense, but it's going to be called a blocking foul. And Ponce will have a chance to get her first points at the line here today. She does just that, making the first. And Ponce makes it 7 of 8 active players for the Red Devils to score a point today. And all 3 players, or I shouldn't say that now because Ponce was a starter, but all 3 players from the bench for Green Bay East have scored today. Jersey Moen will bring it up for Wausau East. Crosses over into the lane with the left hand. Nice drive and 1. Jersey Moen. Her first points of the day, and she'll have a chance to make it a 3-point play for Wausau East. Just over 10 minutes to go here in this one. A 45-20 lead for Green Bay East. Moen looking to make it 21 for the Lumberjacks and make it 3 for her personal score. She does just that, converts on the 3-point play, 45-21. Jemiah Mariner, the star of the day, she's at 28 points, just 6 in the second half here as she's taken on more of a distributing role for her teammates. Latour fakes the 3, deep 2, it's good, nice shot. Maddie Latour with a head fake, dribble, and a long 2-point shot. She's got 6 on the day. Tied for second on the team for Green Bay East along with Brandner. And 47-21 our new score. Moen looking inside as Hainish was on the cut there. Moen back out to Hainish. Hainish for 3. She's got a couple today. No good. Mariner does a nice job of not going over the back. Outlet pass to Nelson, and it's going to go out of bounds a little too far on the pass from Mariner. And with a 26-point lead, you wonder, is Jemiah Mariner going to finish this game? Maybe Coach Dwight Hancock will let her take a rest at some point. But also she's at 28 points, so could be approaching a new career high. I don't know what it is for her, but I imagine she's had games like this before. Moen behind the back and crossover on Ponce, and Ponce called for the foul. Ponce's second foul. It says 25 on the scoreboard. It should say 45. There we go. Second foul for her. Fifth for Green Bay East. The shot for Moen, no good. And didn't see if her foot was on the line. That is a three-pointer. She was behind the three-point line. And Moen with a quick 6 points here in the second half after not scoring in the first. Latour in the corner. This is where we saw her make the nice shot fake on the last possession. Ponce dribbling around before Coach Dwight Hancock calls a timeout. We'll keep it here for a second at least. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here for the duration of it. Today's game is brought to you by France Propane. France Propane is your locally owned complete service propane company. They've served all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local, quality, family. Today's game also brought to you by Culligan Water. Culligan's specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. And finally, today's game brought to you by Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. So Coach Dwight Hancock using his second timeout of the game, his first full timeout that he's used, with his team up by 23 here, 47-24, 8:40 remaining in the second half. On the floor for the Red Devils, Mariner, Ponce, and Latour from the starting lineup. The other 2 starters on the bench, Payant and Brandner. In the game right now, though, Jada Nelson and Kylie Rodriguez, 2 sophomores coming off the bench for the Red Devils. And the inbounder is here is Ponce, looking for Mariner, wide open in the corner. And it's good. How do you lose track of Jemiah Mariner? Her first three-pointer of the half, and she's got 9 points in the half to put her at a total of 31. She's broken the 30 mark here for the Red Devils. And this is the high score for the season for Green Bay East. They scored 45 in their season opening victory over Little Chute. Here's the kick to Hainish. And Moen, who has the last 6 points for the Lumberjacks, gives it back to Hainish. Back to Moen as she relocates. Three-pointer, no good. Nelson with a tip on the rebound. Hainish gets the offensive board. And they're going to call travel on Moen. She struggled with that today. We had a couple in the first half. As I was saying, 45 points for Little Chute in their season debut victory against for Green Bay East against Little Chute. They only scored 24 against Menasha last night. 50 the high on the season. They've got 8 minutes to add on to that. Oh, Ponce not looking for the pass there as Latour was giving it in. Ponce tried to go to Rodriguez before a jump ball gives possession back to Wausau East. You wonder if on the offensive end, Green Bay East is going to be a little bit more deliberate now with this 26-point lead. Just try to run some clock here, learn how to manage a lead like this late in the game. Hainish with a nice pass to Tomey. Tomey's so tall, she's able to call for a pass like that and not have any worry of it getting intercepted. The shot's no good. Back the other way. Mariner with possession. Nice defense here from Bass, really making Mariner work. Shot from Nelson, no good. And Tomey with the board. Natalie Bass, I said Natalie again, Haley Bass really picking up the defense there and making Mariner work before she passed it up to her teammate. Hainish goes left, picks up her dribble. Here's Moen along the elbow, and she's called for another travel. Subbing in here, Elizabeth Dennis. Sophomore for sophomore there. So it's all non-seniors here for Wausau East, as only 2 seniors on the roster. We've only seen Catherine Lee today. Lily Yang yet to play, and Catherine, of course, fouled out. Jada Nelson into the corner for Mariner. And nice find from Mariner. Latour open at the elbow. Shot no good. Offensive rebound for Rodriguez. And she kicks it back out for Jemiah. And now Lily Hainish with the aggressive defense in this 2-3 zone. Latour open left corner three, no good. And the board for Bass. Bass pushing it up the floor. Finds Hainish. Hainish contested three, no good. Tomey offensive board. Gives it back up to Bass. And that rebound goes to Nelson. Almost wonder if Tomey, when she gains more experience, she'll learn to go back up with that herself instead of passing it off to Bass. But nonetheless, grab the offensive rebound. Latour looking to Rodriguez. Rodriguez around the elbow, and that'll be a travel on Green Bay East. And a line change here for Green Bay East. As much of a line change as you can have when your bench is only 3 deep. Payant, Brandner, and Collins back into the game. Off go Latour, Nelson, and Ponce. Bass will bring it up the floor, uncontested. It's been man defense all day for the Red Devils. We've seen a little bit of that 2-3 zone in the second half for Wausau East. Collins gets a nice feed from Mariner. No good on the shot attempt, though. And a foul against Green Bay East, the 6th of the half. So the next one will put Wausau East at the line. That's going to be on Kylie Rodriguez, her second. Brandner ready to pick up Dennis at half court. Gets screened by Tomey. Tomey open on the roll, but Dennis will take it herself and make it. Elizabeth Dennis, who's had a nice day, finally gets on the score sheet for Wausau East. She's provided some valuable depth off the bench for Coach Stout. Skip pass from Mariner to Payant and a turnover as Payant wasn't ready for it, and it wasn't too well located by Jemiah. 5:11 remaining, 50-26 our score. Wausau East, Elizabeth Dennis picked up her dribble and the ref had to call the travel there. It looked like Green Bay East had a little bit of a press there, but it was going to be lax. Elizabeth Dennis just wasn't thinking straight and picked up her dribble and took a step too many. Inbounding underneath, Kiana Brandner to Collins. Collins over to Mariner. And into the corner, Brandner for three. No good, just short. I think it was right on again. Just a little bit too weak. In transition, Bass dribbles by 4 defenders, gives it up. Dennis, the shot no good. And Payant able to maintain, saves it underneath her own basket. Would have been better off maybe going out of bounds. Bass takes the runner, no good. Gets her own board, loses it, and it'll be a jump ball. Headed back to the Red Devils for possession. The score at half was 34-16. So far in the second half, 16-10 in favor of Green Bay East. So Wausau East doing a better job of staying level with the Red Devils in this half. Mariner will bring it up against this 2-3 zone. Skip pass over to Collins. She's met by Puz. And back up to Mariner. Over to Payant. Payant tries to drive, loses her dribble, and it's stolen. Here's Haley Bass the other way. Loses her dribble, saves it from going out of bounds. Pass to Tomey. Tomey with a rhythm dribble and one. Evelyn Tomey fired up. And she'll head to the line. So far in the day, Tomey from the line, 3 for 6. She's missed her last 3 after making the first 3. And on the day, she's got 9 points. Looking to become the first Wausau East player into double figures. Can't get it to go. It'll stick with the Lumberjacks, though, as it's tipped out of bounds off of a white jersey. Inbounder, Dennis. The rest of the Lumberjacks set up in a box. Tomey looking for the release valve. It's stolen, not high enough. And Mariner will bring it up the court. Jemiah Mariner over to Payant and into the corner for Collins. Collins goes baseline, gets stopped by Tomey. Here's Rodriguez. Nice ball ball movement by the Red Devils. Rodriguez up to Mariner. Mariner open three, knocked down. That's Jemiah's 5th three-pointer of the ball game. She's up to 34 on the day. 3 here for Dennis. No good. Out of bounds. Was it tipped? It was not. It'll head back over for Green Bay East. Latour will be subbing in the ball game, but first, a timeout called by Coach Dwight Hancock. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We can take a quick commercial break before coming back here on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Approaching 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Green Bay East with a solid 25-point lead over Wausau East. The Red Devils looking to get their 2nd win of the season in just their 3rd game after winning a total of 3 last year. Much better start to the year for Coach Dwight Hancock's team, led by this player, number 2, senior Jemiah Mariner, with 34 points. She finds Collins open on the left wing. Maya Collins kicks it to the corner for Payant. Payant still looking to get on the score sheet. Rodriguez, nice pass out to Mariner. Again, the ball movement for the Red Devils. And it'll be a loose ball foul against Green Bay East. Payant's 4th personal. So want to get Maddie Payant on the scoreboard, on the score sheet here. But she's got 4 fouls. She'll be picking up Bass in full court here, but they're going to let Dennis bring it up. Nelson gets in front of Dennis there, forces a loose ball. Here's Malia Puz looking for her first points of the day. Pass to Tomey off the mark. Here's Collins in transition. Skates along the sideline there, manages to stay in bounds. Mariner swings it to Payant. Payant for 3, no good. Bass grabs the rebound as we are under 3 minutes to go. Tomey will bring it up for just the 2nd time today. Puz drives into the lane. It's tipped by Payant and out of bounds. For this Wausau East team, you've got Puz and Tomey, a freshman and junior respectively, who've got the most size on this team, so they'll gain a lot of valuable experience this year headed into Tomey's senior season next year. Hainish for 3, no good. Tomey with the board and a jump ball. It'll stick with the Lumberjacks here on the left end of your screen. Jada Nelson looked like she was ready to inbound it there, but yeah, it'll be black ball here. A little bit of confusion caused by the possession arrow. Tomey looking for an inbound. Player goes down. Bass has to get back up, and the inbound goes to Puz. Puz with the turnaround jump shot, no good. And here is Nelson. Nelson gives it to Mariner, and with a 25-point lead, we'll see how Green Bay East approaches this possession, maybe looking to burn a little time. Nelson drives, met by a defender, tries to cross over, and loses the handle. Hainish gives to Tomey, and back out to Dennis. Dennis for 3, way downtown. Elizabeth Dennis with her 2nd basket of the game, her first 3-pointer, and she's got 5. Mariner will bring it down with Ariana Ponce checked in, ready to sub in for the Red Devils. Payant, nice high IQ play there, throwing it off of Dennis as she was headed out of bounds. And subbing out for the first time on the game, Jemiah Mariner to the bench. Probably be the last we see of her. She'll finish her day with 34 points as we're at 1:59 to go. Nelson gives it to Ponce on the left wing. She gets the ball stolen. Here's Haley Bass in transition. She's had a couple of these today. This time able to finish her first points of the game. and the fifth different scorer for Wausau East today. With Mariner out, it'll be Nelson running the offense. Gives to Ponce. Payant in the corner. Payant gets blocked by Puz. Gets her own rebound, though. Nelson with the offensive board off the missed two-pointer. Under 90 seconds to go. Pass gets all the way through to Payant. And Rodriguez will set it up for Collins. Green Bay looking to take a little bit more time off the clock with this possession. It's tipped by Hainish and out of bounds. 1:16 to go. 20-point lead for the Red Devils. Stay tuned for our Merrill Steel postgame show. We'll have an interview with one of the coaches from Green Bay East and a player of their choosing. Ponce into the corner. Maya Collins. Still this 2-3 zone for Wausau East has provided a little bit of trouble for Green Bay in the second half as they've only scored 19 points. In transition, here is Tomey. Tomey back out to Dennis. Dennis off that made three, takes another just short. Tomey with the board, comes down with it, and gets it to go on the putback. Evelyn Tomey with her third basket in the second half here. She's got 11 on the day to lead all Wausau scorers. Collins looking inside for Rodriguez. Pass tipped, steal for Puz. Wausau East with some nice urgency here, looking to cut this lead down. Bass in transition, not able to get it to go, but draws the foul. She'll head to the line for the first time with 23.7 to go. So far in the day, Wausau East has struggled at the line. Evelyn Tomey, after making her first 3 free throws, has missed 4 in a row. She's 3 for 7. And Jersey Moen 1 for 1. Along with Lily Hainish is 0 for 2, so that's good for 3 for 11, now 3 for 12 as Bass misses the first. Down 18, Bass looking to get 1 of 2, can't get it, nice board by Nelson, and Green Bay East will look to push. Collins in transition, gets the ball stolen, but it goes right to her teammate, and they'll call a foul on Bass as she was over the back of Rodriguez there, her 4th, but only the 3rd team foul for the Lumberjacks here in the second half, so nowhere near the bonus. Green Bay East will inbound as number 3 for Wausau East, Sky Pecors, a freshman, comes in. Here's Ponce to Payant. Payant with 12 seconds remaining gives it up to Nelson. Nelson, the shot, three-pointer is good for Jada Nelson, her first field goal of the ball game. 56-35, and the game will end with Elizabeth Dennis needing a teammate to come back on the inbound. And the buzzer beater of sorts for Jada Nelson, hitting the 3 to stretch this to a 21-point victory, 35-56, our final score. Green Bay East, the girls split the doubleheader for the Red Devils on the day as they win by 21. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel post-game show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. We'll have one of the coaches from Green Bay East and a player they're choosing after this quick break.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working...
Just waiting for the go-ahead here. Back here on Zaleski Sports, a 56-35 win for the Green Bay East Red Devils. Here with head coach Dwight Hancock. Second win of the season, 2-1 now in non-conference play. Your team playing pretty well as you're getting ready for Bay Conference play. What have you liked out of your team so far?
So I like the unity. We've been practicing a lot of unity, a lot of team building, and so it's showing on the court.
And obviously we're going to be interviewing Jemiah Mariner here, 34 points on the day. What do you have to say about Jemiah's day?
Yeah, everything runs through her. Everything runs through Jemiah.
You were able to get 7 of your 8 players on the score sheet today, though, so able to distribute well. And what did you like that you saw from the team today, just playing team basketball?
So what we worked on is defense. Defense turns into transition points, and that's what we got.
Thank you very much, Coach Hancock. Good luck going forward.
Appreciate it.
Here with Jemiah Mariner, she had 34 points on the day, 5 3-pointers, 9 for 11 from the line. Jemiah, outstanding performance. You guys are 2-1 on the season after just 3 wins a year ago. How has this season felt different from last year?
Well, I feel like as a team we feel like we're working together more and we're doing things we don't normally do, like cutting to the basket or communicating more on defense and just having more energy overall.
Now you had 22 points in the second half, just 12 in the first half, just 12 in the second half. Were you looking to distribute to your teammates a little bit more, play a bit more of a playmaker role?
Yeah, I know. My job as a point guard is to get my teammates involved, and that's what I normally like to do, but sometimes I have to score more than pass more. But in the second half, I feel like as we were up, I didn't have to score as much, and I tried to get them.
Yeah, you did a good job, able to get 6 of your teammates, 7 of you guys on the score sheet here today. 34 points on the day. You guys were great from the line as well. Your teammates 3 for 4, you 9 for 11. Is that something you guys really emphasize in practice?
Yeah, he normally has us shoot over 53 throws almost each practice, and we've been continuously getting better and better.
Coming up, you're heading into Bay Conference play. Good luck. Final thing, we're going to have you just look into the camera, say, I'm Jemiah Mariner, and I'm in the house.
I'm Jemiah Mariner, and I'm in the house.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.